comes at night. Ooh. Hey everyone, welcome to the review, and here's my review for the new horror movie, Yes, It Comes at Night. Yes, It Comes at Night stars Joel Edgerton, and this movie is written and directed by Trey Edward Shults. Yes, this director I'm not very familiar with. He's only directed one other movie that came out last year. It was called Keough, and yes, I just recently watched the movie Keough, because I wanted to familiarize myself with this guy's work and stuff, and yes, I really wish I watched the movie Keough last year, because that movie was fantastic. Yeah, I just recently watched it. Amazing, fantastic, very, very intense and very realistic, dramatic film, and such a good film. Keough, amazing. If you haven't seen that movie yet, please check it out. It's so good, so good. But yes, now he's written and directed a horror film called It Comes at Night, and yeah, since not many trailers are spoiling this movie, I'm not going to spoil anything. Yes, all I can tell you is this movie is a very post-apocalyptic movie, and basically it's about a guy desperate to protect his family. However, he runs into a younger family. Basically, they're seeking refuge, and basically he takes them in his home, but then shit goes down. Something really terrible happens, and something is like haunting them and following them and stuff, and yeah. And basically they have to figure out what's happening and what they have to do to get rid of it, and I can't spoil what it is and what's happening, but all I gotta say is, please check this movie out. Yes, It Comes at Night is another great horror film. Amazing, yes. Get Out is not the only great horror film of 2017. It Comes at Night is just as good. Maybe Get Out's a little better, but still, this movie is so freaking great. Again, it's a horror movie that relies on something that you don't see. Sometimes fear of the unknown, which I always find the most scariest, something you don't see is scarier than something you do see, because your imagination creates things that create things that are more scarier than this film can possibly imagine and stuff. And yeah, your mind plays tricks on you when you watch this movie and stuff. And again, it relies on a lot of quiet moments and atmospheric moments, very subtle moments, to make you creeped out and unsettled and disturbed, and just it all works out amazingly. This movie is so well directed. Again, Trey Edward Shults did an amazing job directing this movie. How he paced it and executed it was so well done, and again, the writing was really solid. These characters were very interesting characters, and yeah, Joel Edgerton's so good. When Joel Edgerton does a great film, he is solid in this movie, like he is in The Gift and all his other great films like Warrior and stuff. He's a phenomenal actor, and he really shows his acting chops in this film. He's amazing, he is the show stealer, and he's great. The whole supporting cast is also really good, but he is the standout, and he is fantastic. And again, this movie is so atmospheric and very unsettling to watch, because again, fear of the unknown is the scariest thing. It's so easy to make a horror movie and throw a lot of CGI and a lot of jump scares and stuff. That's so easy to do. This movie does not. It's very quiet and very subtle with its scares, kind of how The Witch did it and stuff. It's really creepy and very unsettling, and when you really find out what's happening, it gets even more scary and more unsettling and stuff. And again, I don't really get scared of movies, and this movie didn't really scare me, but I don't go into horror movies to be scared. I go to horror movies to be maybe creeped out or unsettled and find something very creative about it. And this movie had all those things. This movie was very creepy and unsettling, and it was very creative, filmmaking standpoint, writing standpoint, and just all around the craft of it and just how it's acted and executed. It's a very well done film. This is a very well made movie and a very creepy movie, and a movie I would highly recommend people to go out and pay money to see, because it's well done. Is there flaws? Yes, there's moments that just don't work. There's a few moments that are trying to be creepy, but they're not very creepy and stuff, and there is a bit of predictability. I kind of saw where this movie was going, and that's exactly where it went, so it was a bit predictable for me, but all in all, this movie's fantastic. It's a well-directed, well-written, well-executed film, and it's very atmospheric. And if you really love, very quiet horror films, then I think you will really love this movie. Yes, there's also a lot of dramatic scenes and stuff, and a lot of great scenes with the family and with these characters, and they're very hard-hitting and very realistic scenes. And yeah, again, I would highly recommend this movie. It's very hard to talk about without spoiling it, but no one should spoil this movie for anybody, because people just need to go out and see for themselves and see how great this movie is. It's not amazing, but it is a damn great film, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10, I'm going to give the movie It Comes at Night an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, please check it out. It's so good. So yeah, that was my review for the movie It Comes at Night. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite horror movie so far of 2017? Favorite horror movie this year so far? My favorite is actually Get Out. Get Out's still my favorite, but this one's very close. But yeah, what is your favorite horror movie so far of 2017? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.